Alright, so now time to fill you in on what the amp is all about. This is, like I said, a 1966 Magnatone mp3 model. This is, to me, one of their quirkier amps. They only made them for 2 years, 66 to 67. And here, let me just get in here. You see high gain, low gain, volume, treble, bass. But look here. See? Only goes up to 8. So, and then you have your tremolo, volume, treble, bass, reverb, the light for the here for the vibrato, depth and tone for the reverb. The reverb is not really working right now like I would want it to. I really wish I could show you that, but it's very much like your standard spring reverb. And right here you have a normal and record. I forgot to show you that too, but basically what that is, sort of like an attenuator. That's full power. Hear that? It cuts the power by, half. So let me just turn this up. And let me just so that's what that's for. And it also has a dimmer, and what the dimmer's for, this panel used to light up all right here. Not really with a bulb. I think it was like a fluorescent light strip or something like that, but they rarely survived the years, so this doesn't work. Here's where it's kind of broken here. You see the cracks. And we have off, standby, hum 1, hum 2. Basically the hum 1 and hum 2 is just like a ground lift or something. Just you got hum and stuff, just hit that. But really I don't think it does anything anymore. The chord's been changed to a much better power chord. Here, let me show you that. So yeah, this is the MP3. Like I said, there's a MP1, an MP4, and an MP5. The MP1 was basically this same amp, except it was 112 instead of 212. But from what I hear, isn't very loud. And then there's this one, of course. There is the MP5, which I think was the original version. It was a head and cabinet style. You could get it in, I think it was 215s and 212s. But if you look at the 215, it's ridiculous. This was a direct competition with Fender. But at 480, these didn't really do all that well. Fender was like $100 cheaper, so hey, they went with that. But yeah, other than that, another thing, this thing, you probably heard it cranked. It really doesn't break up at all. That's one of the things. It's got a solid state rectifier. I think it's about, I don't know, this thing sounds about 20-30 watts or something. I don't know. Maybe my hearing's already going down. That's pretty bad. But well, I'll show you the back. Alright, so here's the back of the amp. Those are the original speakers, the gold label Jensens. Up here, you can see the tubes. These run off 2 EL34s, and you have your preamp tubes up there and stuff. I don't know exactly which ones they are. Magnatone and Valco and all those guys use those weird preamp tubes and stuff. That's not original. The guy who had this put this thing so you can jumper them or something like that, so you can plug different cabinets in. All this speaker stuff's been redone. I gotta get the reverb tank fixed. It's just sort of floating right there. But yeah, that's pretty much pointless because in the front there's an extension speaker thing, and you can have 4 12s instead of just 2 12s, but hey, whatever. Here's that right there. Pretty cool. Alright, so there you have it. It's a pretty cool amp. It's kind of quirky with the knobs only going to 8, but you can gig with this. I know a lot of vintage amps, like your Magnatones or your not Magnatone, but like Valco, Supro, you know, just these kind of amps, you know. They're cool, but they're just not that loud, you know. And even if they're this size with 212s, they're still not that loud, you know, as a Fender would be. But this is pretty cool. You can use it live or the studio if everyone, you know, watches their volumes. But this amp, like I said, doesn't really break up, and it really shines when you just crank it all the way, you know. But that's cool. Oh, another thing you probably would have noticed, it doesn't have the vibrato like, you know, Magnatone is known for. This was to compete with Fender, you know, so they ditched the Varister. I think Varister, I can't pronounce it, but it's pretty much what makes it do the actual vibrato frequency modulation as opposed to amplitude modulation like this is in a bunch of Fenders, well, all Fenders. But yeah, it was a lot cheaper just to go with tremolo like Fender, and so that's what they did. And this, like I said, if you look at the 15-inch cabinet, it looks a lot like, you know, the Bandmaster type stuff. But this was real expensive though, $480. You know, I think Fender was like 3 something, a Fender amp. But anyway, I'll probably make more videos with this thing in the future. Hope you guys liked it, and take care.